Okay, first off, hi, welcome to the channel. If you're clicking on this, you probably have never clicked on one of my videos before. First thing, I'm going to give some reference. I am a huge Batman fan. Huge Batman fan. Yeah, I grew up being one of those kids that wanted to be Batman every Halloween, that wanted to be Batman for real. So yeah, there's a lot um there's a lot of excitement here. I've done one other reaction to anything comic book related, and that was to the um the No Way Home Spider-Man trailer. It was great. It was great. It was awesome. I love Spider-Man. I love Spider-Man. I'd say top three favorite, sometimes top five. It depends. Uh, Favorite superheroes. One thing that is never changing is that this dude, Batman, is number one always. And a little bit of background, a little bit more background. I've basically educated myself over the past 19 years of my life. I've educated myself on all the animated stuff, uh, the comic book stuff, movies. The only thing I haven't really seen was the Adam West stuff. I've seen clips and bits, but only from memes. So that's probably the only thing. Batman, like I said, animated, that goes from like animated series, Batman Beyond, the Justice League. I grew up with that stuff. Then like you go into like they have the New 52 revamp thing and all that stuff. And then with movies, obviously that goes from like, Tim Burton stuff to uh, the Christopher Nolan stuff and Batfleck. I am really, really nervous. Robert Pattinson, I didn't have a reaction to the previous trailer. Robert Pattinson, to me, from what I saw, great Batman. Great Batman. First off, I was not one of those people that judged him based on like, oh, Twilight and stuff. I knew the guy acted really well in his previous movies. He was doing more indie stuff, but I could see like his acting. He was passionate about it enough that he continued his acting career. He wasn't doing it for the fame. So I was like, okay, you're an actor first, celebrity second. So I was like, this is probably in good hands, this Batman. But I was just curious, anyways. I know this is based on Long Halloween, all that stuff. Yeah. So like I said, comic lore. I've educated myself on most of it. I know a decent amount of most of the titles. Obviously, the obvious things I know, the obvious stories and stuff. I know a little bit deeper, but not too deep. It's been a while since I've gone to comics. Again, I took like around a 2 year break with quarantine, so I'm not the like recent knowledge. Once they got to like Sorrow and stuff, I enjoyed it, but I just kind of dried out of comics. I fizzled out of there. So like slowly when we got into Bat Metal and stuff. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, don't worry about it. I'm just trying to give information to all different like forms of Batman audiences. Whether you're just someone that watched the movies or just the cartoons or you're just a comic book fan, I relate to you in terms of how excited I am for this. Anyways, that was 4 minutes of discussion. I'm just gonna click play. I'm so nervous. Cannot wait for this movie. Did I click play? Okay, I did. Okay.
Police!
I know the
Hands up!
Riddler. I know the Riddler's in this. I saw Penguin. Catwoman, obviously.
Get out of here!
That. Yeah, that's Nigma, yeah. I was gonna say, like, is it Nigma or is it? Because I know what the actor looks like.
Fear
Oh, I also
is a
love
tool.
Commissioner Gordon. Bat symbol.
When that light hits the
Yes!
sky, it's not just
Did we
a
see that in the last one? I don't think we did. I love the music,
It's
by
a
the way. The
warning.
music's so good. It's such a. Ooh. Ah. I love the gunshot.
I've been
Because that's something we.
reach you. Find the gun!
powder keg, and Riddler's the match.
I can take care of myself.
If this continues, it won't be long before you've nothing left.
I don't care what happens to me.
It's only
I
gonna
love
get
Andy
worse for you.
Serkis with the outfit stuff. This is the first time we're hearing him talk as Batman.
Take it easy, sweetheart. Hear everything they say.
That's such a good penguin, man.
Maybe we're not so different. Who are you under there?
I'm vengeance.
We saw that in the last. Whoa!
What's black and blue and dead all over you. Take it.
I got you! I got you!
No, you didn't. You never do. That's exactly what the penguin does. Oh my god. That's March 4th. That's soon, you know. That's so soon. That is so soon. Wow. Oh my god, bro. I'm tearing. I'm actually tearing up. Oh my god. I think I'm crying. That was so good. Oh no, shit. No, I am tearing up. That's wow. That's wild. That's insane, bro. When he came out of the fire, that was so. I don't think I don't have we because Christopher Nolan did a few of that, a few of those like the symbolic things with like Batman. Oh, it's just no, that whole scene with Penguin where it's like he's like, I got you, and then it's like he comes out of I was like, no, you didn't, it's so perfect. Like that's so Batman. That's so Batman. Like it's just like no, he just comes out of the fire. He's just walking slowly because he knows he's like, ah. I love that so much about Batman because like Bruce is like world's greatest detective, most skilled martial artist. Like he knows all he could beat anyone, almost anyone in a fight. He has the brains, he has the bronze, he has the courage and all that stuff. But he also has the technique of what he's doing. Like he's theatrical. He knows like I'm meant to strike fear into you, not just defeat you. You know, it's so so good. Um, there's so many things I like. A couple things. First, that's the first time we heard him talk as Batman, like say full sentences. Because before we heard "I'm vengeance," right? I'm vengeance. You know, like I'm vengeance. We heard that. I was like, okay, that's cool. Um, his Batman voice, it's still a little tough to hear, but I think that's just a trend with Batman's. Um, his Bruce Wayne voice. That was different because we didn't hear that before. It sounds. I'm not. That's the thing. Everything grows on you. We also, by the way, I don't think we saw Commissioner Gordon for like a split second. With the bat signal. Um, we saw a lot of Catwoman. There was a lot of playful banter there. Some flirting, and she's great. I love it. It works. Leather boot and all. Very subtle, very subtle. They're very subtle about like the innuendos here of like she's Catwoman. It's like we know. I would love it if Selena they just put her in a full leather outfit, like not like jumpsuit, but I'm like full leather outfit even when she's not Catwoman. It's like Bruce is like Alfred, she's Catwoman. They've been like, how do you, how do you know that? Like it's like I don't know. It's just a guess. Something about the leather just put me off. It's like I feel like they're just gonna be very in your face about it. Like See, that's Selena Kyle. It's like okay. Um, I love Penguin so much because we don't see Riddler too much, mostly because I think he's the main bad guy. So he's the main villain. Obviously, we're not gonna see him too much because I feel like he's in the best parts of the movie. We obviously see Riddler has already been captured, but it's one of those things where Riddler is not a villain that once you capture him, the fight's over, right? Like most Batman villains kind of work like that anyways, unless we're talking like Clayface or something. Like there's some exceptions, right? But regardless, most Batman villains when you catch them, it's a psychological thing of like hostage and all that stuff. Um, it's not as much of like a I feel like with other villains, they'll have like, oh, there's a bomb somewhere. Where obviously with this one, I feel like there's a bomb somewhere or there's a hostage situation or whatever. But the best thing about the Riddler is that his goal is literally, I don't care about getting captured. I don't care about any of that stuff. I just want to prove that you can't outwit me. Like I am smarter than you. So really, I think for him, the most for Edward Nygma, what I know, well, this actually isn't. No, sorry, correction. This isn't Edward Nygma. This is the first one. I don't recall his name. This is the one where, like, it was not the 40s. Whenever was the 50s, 50s, 60s Riddler. That one. I don't recall his name. I knew it in the first trailer, but it's been months since then. I've forgotten. Pardon me, but yeah. Um, I think with him, well, regardless if it's Nigma or not, right? They still have the same traits. I think with him, he wants more than anything, like the most comfortable thing for him, psychologically speaking, would be like, oh, I'm captured, I'm sitting nice and tidy in what they think is my prison, but really, it's my spectator seat. Like I get to see you fail, and that will be the most enjoyable thing for me. Period. Psychotic, but they're all psychotic. So what do you expect? So oh man, so we got to see more of the Batmobile drive around. I think the thing I take most from this trailer that just like hit me in the feels the most is seeing Batman go around Gotham. Just like the flying down like the Gothic church thing. The coming through the fire, like walking with the fire behind him. It's the gun splats and everything. Like oh it's amazing. All of it was amazing. I think this would be the last trailer before the movie comes out. Obviously, I'll see the movie. I'll uh, I'll probably put a review of the movie. Yeah, I'll put a review of the movie out. I'll talk about it because I think with Spider-Man, I was like I didn't say that because I don't know. It was the first time I did like a movie reaction. This one I will put a review out because um I love Batman so much, and I think I love Batfleck. It wasn't bad. I think for me, because I also love acting and I have it as a passion, I kind of sympathize with the not just actors in general, but like the whole idea of making a film. So Batman, whoever is Batman, I don't look at it as like, okay, you know what, you're crap at this. It's like, well, you're not good at this part. Regardless, you're doing. I can see the positives of what you brought in, But there's that only goes so far, right? Like I can still say Christian Bale's Batman to me was my least favorite, right? But that's not bashing Christian Bale's acting. He even said himself he put more effort into Bruce Wayne, and the Bruce Wayne was amazing. But he said I could have put more effort into the Batman thing, especially after when he saw the whole Heath Ledger stuff and everything. So, but yeah, anyways, that's a different topic. Well, not really, but it's going to a different like time, right? Like now, what we have right now, I think Penguin is amazing. Penguin is so amazing because the dynamic is you have it's a good choice, like story writing too. You have Catwoman, who is the middle, right? You have Penguin, who represents the regular, the physical regular crime of Gotham, and then you have Riddler, who represents the psychological issue with Gotham itself, meaning the almost like the shadow behind it of like why like Catwoman is the middle of like a regular person trying to survive in the cities of Gotham, and in the city of Gotham, sorry, trying to make her money and all that stuff through theft, because she's like, I'm just trying to survive out here. Um, Penguin represents the actual crime, the physical crime you can see that represents Gotham. But these two representations are what you see in other cities. Riddler is the psychological issue with Gotham, the criminals or the people even. I hesitate to call a lot of Batman's villains criminals. They are criminals, but they aren't criminals first. They're people that need help first, many of them. Um, but Riddler represents the psychological issue of these obsessive people that, when put to the brink in Gotham, it pushes them to a corner that no other city, no other citizen in another city would ever feel that pressure and get to the point psychologically where they do stuff like this. I think that's what this movie is going to show with Riddler. Is going to show like this is Gotham. This is the kind of people in Gotham. And while the other two are important, and Bruce tries to stop all three of them, he sympathizes a little, not sympathize. He can understand all of them and their motives, right? He obviously sympathizes the least with people like Penguin, who are just criminals, you know, gangsters and everything. But he will stop them like he stops the other two. He probably sympathizes the most, ironically, with probably Riddler, those kinds of people. And then he understands that he can talk to people like Catwoman. He can talk to them and try to, get them out of this situation. Be like, this isn't worth doing all of this. This is, and trying to cure Gotham the best he can. But I would say still the people he sympathizes the most with is people like Riddler, people like, I'm going to name drop him, the Joker, right? If we get there, people like, say, you get my point. Like these people that really up here make Gotham a very, 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 very dangerous place. So, anyways, I don't want to get too deep into the discussion because I know most people just wanted to see the reaction. If you just watched the reaction part, which you're going to be watching this part, but I hope you enjoyed the reaction. I think that's everything I wanted to say about Batman stuff that I'm getting out of this movie, and I'm really hoping to see where it goes. I don't want to go too deep into it because regardless, I'm going to do a review about it. And when I do, obviously, I'll touch on everything. I'll probably make a spoiler review, obviously. I'll give it a clear warning. Don't worry about it. Yeah, I'm just going to touch on way more when I actually see the movie, and it'll be a lot better because I'll have context to work off of instead of, 2 minutes of a beautiful 2 minutes of a movie trailer. But yeah, there's not a whole lot there. But yeah, the shots were incredible. The fight scenes they've done so well. But yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna leave you guys off with this. If you liked this video, please like the video, subscribe, and click the bell icon to keep up with more videos from this channel or my Batman review of the movie when it comes out in March. I know that's a few months away, but it's easy to forget people, right? Um, and the YouTube algorithm, you know how it is. And sometimes it puts videos out, sometimes it doesn't. So you may have watched one of my videos, but you may not ever see another one. So if you subscribe, you'll be able to see when I put my review out. And if you hit the bell icon, you get it right when the video is posted, right into your feed. With that being said, to all the Batman fans or all the movie fans that clicked on this, I appreciate you guys. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out, take care, and goodbye.